I don't know how you feel about this latest Carousel of Champs, but I know at least 5 people who really like it. The 4- and 3-time champs who are sitting on the bubble for the Tournament of Champions. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams. As they say in poker, all I need is a chip and a chair, and those guys are still holding out hope. Phil is our 10th consecutive player at the Champs podium, and he's in second place, 13-4. Ben, very impressive run in Double Jeopardy, getting to 16-2 without the benefit of a daily double, and Val still hanging on, 4,400. If Phil doubles up, he's going to have 26-8, so to cover that, that's going to be 10-6 from Ben. If he's wrong with that, he's going to be left with 5,600, so Val's going to have to get it right and wager at least 1,200, so might as well go all in. And Phil can wager up to 7,800. Now, if Val doubles up, she's going to have 8,800. So to stay above that, Phil can wager up to 46. And Ben, if he wants, could wager up to, that's going to be 74. And that's it for the first order. Second order now. Really only concerned with Phil and Ben because we know Val's going to go all in. Well, we hope she does anyway. Phil goes for this 4,600 amount and gets it right. He's got 18,000. Now remember, that's the amount to stay above Val no matter what. And 18,000 is greater than Ben's pre-final total, so we are in what's called a Shor's conjecture situation. It's been a long time since we've seen one of those. But Phil might be tempted to go for this small amount to guarantee that he doesn't fall below Val. If he doesn't like this category, or he just wants to increase his opportunities in terms of winning, Ben could try to outflank him if he's convinced that Phil's a good wagerer. That would require a wager of 1,800. And now if Ben's wrong with that wager, he's going to be left with 14-4, so Phil would have to wager 1,000. Now what about this other amount that we have here? 7,800. This is the amount that Phil could wager so as not to fall below Ben if Ben goes to this lockout and gets it wrong. 7,800. That'll put him at 21-2, so that's exactly 5,000 out of Ben. If Ben's wrong, he's going to be left with 11-2. And that's going to mean that Phil can wager no more than 2,200. So put that down there. That is pretty much it. I guess if Phil thinks that Ben's going to go for this 7,400 amount, I see no reason to worry about that. That just seems like thinking too much. But it is plausible, so I wouldn't give him a red if he went for everything, I guess. Last thing we have here is 0 covers. We won't worry about Val. The difference between Phil and Ben is 2,800. So Phil would want to wager at least 2,800 in case Ben wagers 0. And Ben, if he wants to stay above Phil's pre-final total, could just wager 2,800 for 2,799. Now, if Phil is worried about this, this is what we call an unsafe or a Colby-esque wager, because of what Colby Burnett did in the preliminary round in the Battle of the Decades. Could also be a Brackage-esque wager. Dan Pawson also did it. Doesn't have a deep history, but a lot of good players have used it to good effect. If he wagers this 2,800 and gets it right, he's going to have 19,000. So to cover that, Phil would have to wager 2,800 to get to there, and then 2,800 more, so double 2,800 is 5,600. And we'll put that there. On the downside, if Phil does go for this 2,800 amount to cover Ben by $1, he would have, on the downside, 10-6. So to stay above that, Ben could wager up to, again, 5,600. And that's why we always take the difference and then double the difference and plug those in and see where we can do some good things with wagers. And then the difference between Ben and Val, that's 10 and 11, 8. So I'll plug that in. It says maximum. This is the first time in a while that I've given out 3 greens. I'm happy. And I know 4 or 5 people who are also happy because we don't have a repeat champion again. So tomorrow Ben will be the 11th player in a row to stand at podium number 1, and 2 new challengers will be looking to take his place. I want to talk a little bit about the probability of this actually happening. I ran the stats a while ago. There's about a 40% chance of a one-time champion defending and winning a second game. If you put that over 9 games, which is what we had going into today, there's about a 1% chance that you'll have a streak like that in any given 9-game stretch. We've had that twice this season, and there's been about 200 games so far, or I think there will be 200 exactly by the time the season's over. So it seems like a weird thing, but it is actually happening as it should be, according to statistics. If it goes on for 5 more days, then we're going to be entering nearly uncharted territory, and then we can talk about that. But I think it might be time for me to put on the old Streaks of Futility counter on the website. And of course, we do have that whole no 3-game winner streak to worry about at some point. But we're not even close to that yet. I think the record set earlier this season was 26, something like that. Yeah, that was a long time. And then Vaughn Winchell came and knocked it out. Good for you, Vaughn. He's in the Tournament of Champions. All right, enough blabbering from me. A lot of math here, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. We'll see you tomorrow on the Final Wager.